Hey, welcome. Welcome to the TED Talk. Brought to you by Sly47.
The rulers of the Wave 12.
Make it all ASMR.
Yes, we're just going to do this all ASMR. Okay, just an FYI.
Yeah. All right. Point system. We got a point system.
I put a new point system, by the way, for Rulers of the Wave 12 this weekend. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go over every single ship type in order to get up. I can't do it again.
That's how we started.
Yeah, that's how we're doing it. Hey everyone, how's it going? Of course, Pigbay and Sly here with Rulers of the Wave 12 point system. V2, of course, it's a little upgrade to it. But for tier 9, so we're going to go through all of it and see how it's going. Pigbay, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Chilling.
Just chilling? Chilling like a villain? Awesome. Yeah. Cool. Are you excited
Having my Perrier?
Rulers of the Wave 12?
Absolutely.
I'm going to be co-hosting with him this weekend for 2 nights. We're actually going to split Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday we're going to join back up together because I'm not leaving him out this time. Okay, that's the main thing. You know,
you don't want to do that again. You don't want to do it?
Not really feeling that. No. But
okay.
Yeah, I know, right? Nope. I am gonna be there. We're both gonna be there. It's gonna be an absolute blast. So hopefully make sure to subscribe to his channel and mine if you want all the Rulers of the Wave 12 action for tier 9. Let's just, I guess, go into it, right? You know, Pigbay, destroyers.
Right.
Anything really pop out to you on this point system? Because we have 100 points to play with for 7 ships.
So the one thing I will say is that Friesland. I get it. Friesland is strong. One of the best things that it brings is it's AA though, and we don't have carriers, so I don't think it should be valued as much. Yes, it has the guns and the fire capabilities, but honestly, why not take a Z or something like that? Something that's better at killing DDs, you know?
Yeah.
But you can see how the Z is also highly up there, but there's still such a huge point difference from a Friesland at 21 to a Z46 at 15.
I think the main point is the Friesland can be an annoyance to every class in this area. It is a tier 10 at tier 9, in my opinion. It's completely wrong in its tier. So it's incredibly powerful. Yes, its AA is super solid, but it's just like if you put it behind a good player, you are constantly dealing with fires, hits, just doing everything, and you either have to burst it down or it's going to burn you down. It's just you got that problem.
But so here's the hypothetical: you got the Friesland trying to do that in, let's say, it's a 3-cap map. They're trying to do that in A, burn the battleships down. They smoke up. Well, then they have a Z46 interface, and it's firing AP and just chunking them.
But at the same time, the Z46 is still going to take a considerable amount of damage from that Friesland, and they can only spot them if they're close enough to spot them with their sonar. You need to have radar at tier 9. Tier 9, this is where I'm going to skip all the way down to the Oster Outland. That's undervalued. That is so severely undervalued. You play that at long range, peppering people with HE, AP, constantly keeping those torpedoes out, keeping floods on. Those ships are dangerous, and for 13 points, that's a steal compared to the Friesland.
Yeah. Well, and then not only that, Chung Mu sitting right above it at 14 points also has radar, has smoke to actually hide in smoke.
Yep.
So essentially can fight it pretty much, I wouldn't say even. It could just freaking straight up battle it and not have any return fire if it's smoking up and popping its radar.
So yeah, that I would totally agree with that, but I'd almost want to actually pair up my DDs at this tier because DDs in this tier are just so darn powerful, in my opinion. They have a great position overall, where I would almost want to pick up a Nutrishimi or a Utiloy and pair it with the Changmu. So now, or even a Z42 or Z44 or Z46, where you have the AP chunking, you have a crap ton of smoke, and you have some sonar. Like you want to pair it with stuff, in my opinion, where you're going to see duels go against one and they're just going to win immediately. So at least that's my opinion. I think you're going to have some interesting combos in the DDs. Really.
Now, did they update this after balance changes?
Yes. This is why it's a V2.
Okay. Yeah. So they still threw Kiev on bottom of the barrel, 8 points.
I'll agree with
How
that.
do you? I haven't played it. Since.
I love it. I love it now. It is literally a tier 10 at tier 9. But
so
but it does not bring any support. And I have a feeling DDs need to bring some support to be
Mhm.
meaningful. That's why I actually think Fletcher being at 12 doesn't make a lick of sense. It doesn't. Uh, Heck, I'd even argue Felix Schultz doesn't make a lick of sense. I don't understand what that Pilo or Paulo Emilio. Dear Lord, that is nowhere near as good as they should be. Good God, no. So Kiev, I totally can see a bunch of teams just flexing Kievs in the entire area because, of course, it is just that powerful now. It's got good guns, good rapid reload. I would argue, technically because of rapid reload, it has a little bit better burst damage and better kill capability than the Z's. But I understand German AP is German AP, you know.
Yeah.
But you have also that usable HE on the Kiev. But then again, you also, for 3 more points, you have a Utiloid, which has smoke, which, of course, if the enemy team doesn't bring a lot of radar, that's an incredibly powerful ship. I don't know why they think Utiloid is at 11.
Yeah. So I'm looking at this list right now, and the only things that have any kind of utility whatsoever, whether it be a radar or a sonar, are pretty much right at the top.
Yep.
So Friesland does have that sonar. The Z's. Wait, does
Yep.
Z44? I can't remember. That's that premium. I don't have that premium.
That is sonar. Yeah, this is sonar.
Okay. Jutland has its own little sonar, which
Yep.
honestly, I know you don't like the Jutland, but I love the Jutland.
No, it's not good
And
in my
then
hands. I see it. I see why it's good. It's just not.
and then Chungmu and an Osser, like everything up there has something that can possibly hunt DDs.
Yep.
And then everything else, Fletcher though, I mean, it has good guns. It's just all around good. So I can see that getting picked up.
Yeah, I think
Venom,
Utiloid is better than that.
yeah, Venom though, like that's just if you want to just throw out area denial torch because it nothing dishes out more than that thing.
But you have the Utiloid, which does the exact same thing. Plus, you have good guns. Plus, you have smoke. Plus, you have the maneuverability. In my opinion, I think the Utiloid is the cruiser pick. It is the light
The
cruiser
cruiser
pick of
pick.
it is. It is. I'm not giving away what my team pick is at all. But I'm just gonna say this that yeah, no, Udaloy is undervalued here because it is just a really good DD killer and just torpedo spammer. It's over. I think it's way better than the Venom. Way better.
Okay.
Even though it doesn't have any skills or capabilities. That, of course, when you look at, once again, as you said, Osterjotland, Chungmu, Jutland, all of them have sonar or radar. They have the ability to spot things. But if you pair up an Osterjotland with a ship that has smoke, dear Lord have mercy on your soul, you are
Hmm.
screwed. You have a lot of torps coming out constantly. You have really good guns, and you have a way to spot.
Yeah. And honestly, that might be why Fletcher is so high up there too, because its smoke is good. It has really good smoke. Well, they had very good smoke, and then they nerfed it a little bit because they hate DDs in this game. Um, yeah, they hate it. Any DD that's not Shimakaze.
Yep. But I could see the
Uh,
Kiev making a good pick for some people who are like, hey, we only have 8 points. Let's pop it in there. It's a good pick now,
yeah,
especially with its
yeah.
camo. But
I bought it again to try it, but I haven't played it.
oh, it's so worth it. But Nutrishimi makes sense at 10 points. It's a lot of utility. It's if you pair it with something else, it works really well. If it's by itself, it's I don't know.
Mm,
Have you played
okay.
it much?
I think I played it once on the press account. I haven't really gone hard to test it out yet. It hasn't really been on my to-do list. Um, I I remember the guns being okay, not like anything superb, just being all right, you know.
They do their work. It's more of what it brings to the table else, in my opinion. But Mogador, Kitakazi, Yugumo, I think those all make sense. I think the Kiev is just undervalued, but that's just me. I'm good at it, so
Mhm.
just gonna say that.
I honestly, I love the Mogador. I love that boat.
I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it quite well. So I,
All right.
but it is. I would argue that it's like a burst Kiev. It's not really that much different though. But we do also have to worry about the Mogador shell arcs.
Yeah, they're very, very floaty. So I can definitely see Kiev getting picked over that just because the it has flatter arcs. I mean, it still has rapid reload and that it's Russian AP. We all know how Russian AP is pretty
Okay.
damn good.
Yeah, but Kitakazi, especially Yugumo. I mean, like Yugumo is not going to get picked.
Yeah, like,
Mm,
I mean, what has the best detection?
At
Is it
that, I almost
Yugumo?
want to say Venom almost at that point, but out
You
of
think
those
so?
three, like I still want to
I'd
take
have I'd
Kitakaze because it has the DPM at
yeah,
least, But at
at
that point,
least,
take
and
the
it can farm.
Kiev. The Kiev has the
Exactly.
range. Like it has the range. It's
And
got the stealth torps that now are arguably air denial torps, but still,
the HE is not bad on the Kyiv.
no, it's
So you
not.
can definitely farm out the battleships. I would say almost as good as the Kitakaze. I think the Kitakaze is probably gonna get more fires just because the amount still it's, it's not gonna be that big of a difference.
Yeah. Anything else on DDs? Do we want to say?
Nah.
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 Okay. Battleships, I guess, because that's really the next important category. I hate as much
Yeah.
as I am a cruiser main. When you're picking this, you're picking cruisers for key reasons. You're not picking them for big damage or big items. You're bringing them for
Hmm.
support. So battleships, Kearsarge 26. What do you feel about that?
Well, we saw it with the Issei. People were grabbing it just for what's it called? Spotting.
Yep.
You know, since carriers aren't around, now you have something that's like can spot like a carrier. The AP isn't bad, but the thing cannot take a beating whatsoever.
It can't, but
Like
I'm gonna agree with Terry on this one though. It can dish a beating though.
it can. Those guns are
It
really
can.
good.
Yeah, they're
They're
still.
freaking
You
North
have to be
Carolina
you
guns.
have to be the right person though to handle it because it is of course North Carolina guns as you just said.
But it's good. Like the guns are good. I don't like the gimmick. Not a fan of it. And then the I mean, like I've been in a not a Marco Polo, Lepanto, and I've citadeled them multiple times with SAP, and I'm like, that's not good from like 12 kilometers.
Oh yeah,
So
no definitely. But speaking of Lepanto, Marco Polo,
uh so
I think it makes sense.
honestly,
That's dangerous.
so I'm gonna be honest with you. I I've had better luck in Lepanto than I have in Marco Polo. So Marco Polo is good. The SAP is good. For some reason, I just can't one shot a DD with
Yeah.
Marco Polo. Whereas in Lepanto, you can. If you get them broadside just right, you can definitely delete them. Marco
So
Polo, I haven't seen do it yet.
Marco Polo is like the Vento. It just has just enough to one shot, but the problem is you have to do a little bit of damage before to it. You're
Hmm.
not getting that one thing. Marco Polo though is the AP. It's the AP. It's the Roma at tier 9.
Yeah.
That's dangerous. Is all get out. But the problem also is I wouldn't say its accuracy is that great outside
No.
of its precise aim and also spotting blame because of course that kind of minorly adjusts it. But yeah, I'm like I think I'd rather take a Lepanto because of course of that's I think it has a little faster if I'm remembering right. So the Lepanto is a little faster with the Marco Polo is a little slower. But yeah, I like Marco Polo is strong. I don't think of it as a competitive nature, but that 25 points does definitely prevent the power creep that it does bring.
Yeah.
So and also no one has it too. Like like there's so few people that have it because it only came out in crate like 3-4 months ago.
Yeah.
Like
So,
not very
uh,
much.
what do you feel about the next two, Musashi and Missouri? I think
So
the roles should be flipped.
oh yeah, no. Missouri, that brings radar, which means that if you have a
Hmm.
DD or cruiser protecting that battleship, now that battleship can go, hey, by the way, peace. Like it's just the Musashi, yes, it is a Yamato at tier 9. It does not have the precise aim of the Yamato at tier 9.
Hmm.
So no, the Musashi, I would put it almost in line with the Georgia. Like I could see that, but
Yeah.
Missouri all the way, all the way
Yeah.
on that one.
Missouri. Oh, I mean, I think the Missouri is a better pickup. It has that precise aim. It's accurate. I mean,
Nimble too.
I just
Actually,
did a video
I
on the
find it very
yeah,
like
I just did a video on the Iowa and like I man, going back and visiting that thing, I didn't remember it being that rough, but it was pretty damn rough.
it's bad. It's
Pretty
been
rough
power creeped big time.
by a lot. Um Interesting enough though, I'm looking a couple
Yeah,
ships down, third down,
yeah.
Marlboro at 17 points.
For its tier, I think that's fine because the armor doesn't hold up.
I don't think it's worth 17 though.
No,
I
that
think it should be
HE
a lot
or that
lower.
AP slap. It's that burst damage, it's that slap ability. It's like the Lepanto, but less range. And then of course
Ah,
it's AP can do a
ah,
decent amount, but that takes a player. That takes a player, I will say, to make it good. I like how we're skipping the Georgia and Black Iowa because I'm like, I'm sorry, those are nowhere near that good in my opinion. Those are no,
nah.
no, those should be
Minnesota.
15s.
We got Heathen. I mean, honestly, I didn't care much for it.
I
It's
see
kind
that
of like meh.
once again, it's a Montana at tier 9. It's still pretty strong, but that armor doesn't hold up, especially with the instant citadel spot that it has, similar
Yeah,
to the
but if you're gonna
Avada.
spend 17 points, I'd probably go Minnesota.
Yeah,
Minnesota, I've loved that one. Yes, you got the slow reload, but I don't know. I just feel like it's consistent.
it's a good sniper. You put Dewey on
It.
that, literally every other salvo, you're firing off a precise aim salvo of 12 shots.
Mm-hmm.
Especially at this level of play that you're talking about, you're having 10 of 12 hit, and that's a lot of damage.
Yep.
What I don't get here is Palmerin, which, as much as I love it in randoms, it's nowhere near competitive at this state. And then, of course, Iowa and John Bart, which I know the John Bart, you can rant
Yeah.
about
That,
that
no,
again.
I'm good on that. I mean,
You're
so
like, just reference the video.
the rapid reload does, is nice and being able to burst down like cruisers or something like that, but like getting damage on battleships, I don't know. It can do it, but you got to you got to hit the right spots and be at the right ranges.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of stipulations for that ship.
Yeah, no, I don't.
And then we start the 15s.
Yep, we start the 15s, Black Azumo, Black Frederick de Goober, Alsace, and Sylvester Soyuz. But I have a feeling a lot of people are going to pick a lot of ships in this. There's some
Yeah.
strong ones. Where like Black Azumo is, if you can play it,
Yeah.
it's not bad.
It
It's like a tier
I
9.
I love the Black Azumo. It has the same, Roma treatment, that precise aim and rapid reload. It's always a good pairing together. Um I can't remember what the Black Friedrich has. Can't
It's
for the
more
life of me.
brawling. It's more brawling. I like that. It's a rapid
I mean,
reload, secondary
yeah.
overload, and something else. I don't think it deserves that 15, but the two that I actually think that might work, because of course I actually have a video getting prepped up for this, but especially Soyuz, I actually think it might be worth it, and I think if you turned off auto aim, it might be better than what a lot of people know about it as. But I think the
I
ultimate
hate that
in
boat.
I get it, I wonder if turning off auto aim can fix it. And of course, we were talking about that level of play that you are
Mhm.
wanting to be at this level. I think that the ultimate 15 one here is Alsace, especially with its recent buff. That is
Yeah.
super undervalued. That is an insane battle cruiser at that tier.
Yeah,
It
I haven't
can
played it
Richelieu.
since.
Like, oh,
Mhm.
you should. You should. It's phenomenal. The baby Borgania.
Yeah, but just from what hearing everybody says and the buffs that it's gotten, my 2 picks for the 15s would be Black Zumo and then Alsace.
Yeah. I'd say just because
Sylvester,
Alsace
nah.
is easier to get. Like, more likely to have.
Yeah,
So,
everybody pretty much went up that line because Republic's awesome.
oh, yeah.
But then we can go down to the 14s. We got
Teens.
regular ass Azumo and Friedrich.
Yeah, that they earned that. They earned that.
Yeah.
There's
And
no
then but wait, there's more.
more.
Down at 13 points, we have the Lion.
No, it's
HMS
no.
Lion.
Nope. I would not save my points there. Just like no. God no. That is horrible.
Someone's gonna play it. Someone's gonna be like, watch
Someone's
this.
someone's going
You-
to. The problem is that they have to really know the AP on that ship. The AP
Mhm.
is low key good on that one. The HE is mediocre at best, especially coming from the Monarch. The Monarch's just
Yeah,
phenomenal.
Monarch was great.
Yeah, literally Monarch. Either one shoot either Lion. I found AP more, and then of course you move to Conqueror, where it actually has enough alpha to do it. But Lion, oh, I don't.
I
I
like the
don't see that.
Conqueror.
I don't see that. I don't see. What do you think is the
That's
most likely out of the battleships to get picked? Like if you had to pick the top
um
four,
well, so
like going
are we
through all of them,
saying are
just
they
just
seven are they saving points in Battleship or are they spending in Battleship?
both. Like literally a spectrum. Like hey, if you're spending the
So
points, where would you put it?
Probably some Lampantos. That boat's just so damn good. Some Missouri's radar, accurate, really good there. Me personally, I wouldn't do Kearsarge, but some people are probably going to do Kearsarge just for the spotting. And then more on the lower spectrum, Black Azumo, Alsace, Minnesota.
Yeah,
Um,
I can see that.
Honestly, I'd probably go middle of the road for Battleship and pick Minnesota just because that accurate fire.
Oh yeah, especially if they've got the right commander and like that. I still think for me, of course, coming more from a cruiser side of things, I'm just gonna go Alsaces all the way. Alsaces, Missouris, Marco Polos, or Lepanto, like depending on
Yeah.
what people have too, because of course Marco
I
Polos are a
mean,
pretty
it's
rare
not a
ship.
bad choice.
No,
It's not a bad choice at all.
yeah, especially Missouri for that cheap. I'm like,
Yeah, I mean, well, I wouldn't say cheap. 19, it's still like higher, way higher than an Alsace, but you're getting a little more utility out of that. So
but
it
you're getting
evens out.
utility that can defend itself against DDs or even per se some of the cruiser picks. But
Yeah.
uh,
All right. Well, you want to lead this one?
so I think we can go to cruisers, which I'm gonna hate this section because I love a lot of these ships. I do. I
Yeah.
do. Oh, don't tear up too much. But tier 9 cruisers are rough. Not gonna say it at all.
All right. So
Kronstadt
first on
makes
the
sense.
top.
Makes sense. Makes sense. This is the snipe. This is the Stalingrad tier. This should not even be 19. This should be probably 2022. Like this is no Kronstadt. If you play it for that many points for that loss of everything else, no, 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 no.
Hmm.
But you like Dalian more than I did. What are your thoughts about tier 17 points for
Uh,
the Dalian?
I can't remember. Did it have sonar or radar? I think it had sonar, right?
Sonars, yeah, sonar.
I wouldn't put it as I would put it. It'd be high up there, but I wouldn't put it as high.
Wow.
What makes Dalian so great is the concealment. So you could really sneak up on some of these DDs, and because their concealment's so good, they end up staying in your threat range a lot more. So you could just shoot them as they try to flee. So in that sense, it is good.
But
Um,
it can get wiped out instantly.
oh yeah,
It
Laponto could smash
is.
that shit.
Oh, yeah. And speaking of smashing shit, Plymouth, Dmitry Donskoy and Tulsa at 16. I think all of those deserve 16. Those make sense. Those are
Yeah,
really good because of they bring some form of everything. They are
yeah,
realistically the generic cruisers of that area. They are amazing. Especially
yeah.
Plymouth with the
So
16 guns.
let's see, Plymouth has radar, right? If I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
radar and smoke and something
Yeah.
else.
I mean, honestly, I'd over these three, I'd take either Tulsa or Plymouth. Those would be my two picks. I wouldn't pick the Dimitri. Just it does have radar, but those other two just have smoke too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the only thing that if you have Gorshov, then the Donskoy is worth it because then you have two radars and you have AP that smacks the little life out of everything. You've
I
got
mean,
12 guns of Russian 180 AP. Like
yeah, those don't sleep on Plymouth AP though. That's just nice.
that requires you to have Plymouth. But also
That is true.
Donskoy requires you to have Gorchov. So both of them are very situational in my opinion.
Now
Though
for
I'd
Tulsa
actually
though,
Tulsa's powerful, but
so for
six
Tulsa, like
guns, 6 guns.
true, but that it fires what? It's like 3 point something seconds with a rapid reload.
It's burst.
Excuse
It's
me.
burst.
But not to mention, how many people have Kincaid? And if you run Kincaid on there, you're getting an extra radar as well.
Oh, a lot of people have Kincaid, and
Yeah,
especially in the rulers, the wave side of things. A lot of these players have played a
yeah.
long time, so it's not a
So
crazy
like I think
idea.
Kincaid's one of the easiest ones to get, right?
Yeah, I'd say that. I'd
So
agree with that. Yep. Going on to 15, the only one there, Brindisi.
man, Bertizzi's really well, it's really good at like one thing, that's slapping DDs.
That's it, though.
Yeah. So it kind of like, can you get the broadsides and slap them though? Can't if you can get that, I can see it being very powerful, wiping out the DDs, and then your battleships are gonna have to back off.
Though they're torps. Italian long range torpedoes. They can stealth
That is
torp
true.
and they can
They
float a
can.
lot. They can do it. But of course, That requires a commander to actually keep the Brindisi, which I would actually be more surprised because the Venezia is just so much better.
Oh, well, let's be real. For Rule of the Waves, you know they're respecting their captains down to whatever tier they're doing.
That is true. Which, if we talk about Luigi Cincinnati on the Italian cruiser
Hmm.
line, that is the best there is
Yeah.
of Italian commanders. Like it is. So Brindisi's powerful. The problem is I would rather have a way to spot so that my DDs could assist me rather than have something that
Yeah.
can just slap the DDs.
I mean, but here's the thing too. So if you get that broadside shot into them, because they do have what precise aim 1, I think,
Yeah,
or is it
yeah.
2?
It's
All
a
right,
lot
well,
of precise aim ones. Yeah,
so that's the thing. Like if the Brindisi's not spotted, and all of a sudden your DD outspot theirs, you get a heavy broadside shot into them. Your DD is going to win that engagement. Maybe you won't get the kill for it in a Brindisi, but your DD is going to have a better chance of winning that engagement. That's why it's so important to shoot at DDs.
that is true. Brindisi does sit high in the water though, so it could get taken out pretty quickly by the battleships. 'Cause of course, you are talking about some pretty accurate battleships and/or
Hmm.
people that have good enough aim to make any of these ships really work. So, I I don't think the Brindisi is worth 15, but of course, if you're talking legendary commander, all prepped out, someone who knows their shit, that's a pretty powerful
They're going to
ship.
have it. They're going to
Yeah,
have it.
probably. But let's talk about the two really freaking weird picks here for
All right,
14.
I could see Alaska because it has utility, so it has the radar.
Yeah, that's true.
Azuma though, that thing needs to be down at like 9 with
Oh
Rune.
yeah. No, why
That
the
thing's
Azuma's a
absolute
thigh?
dog.
Actually, I blame Alistair on that one.
Yeah, he's ruining it for everybody.
He's ruined it for everyone. Is the Azuma's not? No, I will take the Azure, Siegfried, Neptune,
Hmm.
Anchorage.
Well, at
God,
least
God
Siegfried
forbid
has
the same
sonar.
one. Yeah, I'm like, and the Siegfried's in the premium shop or the shipyard right now. So it's just no,
Hmm.
no, no. Like Alaska, I can kind of see it because I have been playing once again with that idea of turning off auto aim. The Alaska's maybe not as bad as people give it. It might be a particular ship, and that
Okay.
support radar is important. You look at the top ships right now: Plymouth, Tulsa, Alaska, all radar.
Is that the cheapest radar for cruisers? I think so, right? No, no, it's not.
No,
No, it's not. That's right.
Seattle.
That's what shocked me down here. Yeah.
Yep,
Seattle for 11 points. I think that is blasphemous.
criminal, criminal. I
Absolutely
I
criminal.
I hated the Seattle, but I'm still gonna agree with you. I'm like, no.
How'd you hate the Seattle? Seattle was so fun, man.
It's tier 9,
Seattle's
and
great.
occasionally you just have bad times.
I mean, but that's you could say that about anything. Have you played DDs at freaking tier 10? Have you? It's not
Yes,
fun.
I have. I've been enjoying my Holland quite well.
Oh, okay. You play one chip? Play freaking what is it? Oh god, what's that?
Hey,
Haruguma.
Z52 with Blue Gaming, I've been enjoying that too. At like 7 a.m. in the
Okay.
morning when there's no carriers online. But then
No?
again, I played carrier today and like that just to see if I could beat out Mr. Mime.
You filthy carrier main. How
Best
dare you?
CVNA beat Mr. Mime and carrier. I'm
Alrighty.
sorry,
All
but I
right.
don't
So
accept that. Yep. Yeah. Let's go to
uh
Ager or Ager. Ager.
Anchorage. Anchorage.
Oh, you want to go to Anchorage? Okay, let's just skip
Oh
13
wait,
because of
Ager.
course,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
there's
skip
only one.
13.
Okay, so
Let's skip all of 13.
okay, yeah. Okay. All right. St. Louis. Is it Sin at 12?
No,
Sure.
Neptune's incredibly powerful. I am not going to stand with that. I'm kidding. No, like
So
Neptune's the only good one in that scenario because it can be a DD in a
I
way,
don't know, man.
but it doesn't
Anchorage
have
was
any way to
fun.
spot. It doesn't have a way to spot. Same thing as the Anchorage doesn't have a way to spot. It's just a Buffalo
Wait,
at tier 9.
does Neptune doesn't have sonar? I'm
No,
pretty sure.
no,
No, you don't get sonar till
you know,
Minnesota?
in Minnow, you don't get so much.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I agree with Minnow's position. It's a lot of firepower, but no way to spot.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Anchorage makes sense. It's a lot of firepower, but of course, no way to spot. But you do have torpedoes you can kind of surprise people with. So it kind of, like that.
They
Where
also have
Neptune's
smoke
just a
though.
ton of torpedoes. Not good smoke, though, especially since the nerf.
It's not horrible.
Yeah.
But
I don't see Ager and Siegfried. I don't.
no.
No. I don't see that. But let's go to the St. Louis, which at 12, it's the only unique 12. I don't see this. Do you?
Yeah, I don't see people picking up St. Louis. If you're gonna skimp on your cruisers, you're probably gonna see some probably some Seattles. Honestly, that's the one I
Seattle's the
would get.
best one. Yeah, Seattle's the best one.
Absolutely.
Fires well. AP's DD's well. Has a shit ton of support for its tier. You're not going to see Regos because most people don't go up that line anyway.
Yeah, I sold my
That,
Riga.
yeah.
I gave up.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with that. Baltimore, the exact same position. The Baltimore compared to the DM, everyone's going to sell their Baltimore.
Yeah.
The Rune has great kiting capability, but once again, you're probably going to sell it because of the Hindenburg.
Yep.
Drake. Never mind, I don't need to say anything more. Ibuki. I can see the Ibuki. I can see the Ibuki.
So
with no CVs, you remove one of its biggest enemies.
So Ibuki, best Takao NA. Remember?
Exactly. Right there. This guy.
Wait, no, not best. What was it? No. Worst Takao. That's a word.
Yeah,
that's
worst Takao. Worst Takao.
I'm sorry. Right worst Takao NA. Ibuki, honestly, I love that grind, man. I talked about it with my Takao video. Like, that AP is super accurate. It's surprisingly accurate, and it's a sleeper. Like, you can get a lot of good full pens on some DDs, and I don't know. I just feel like so there's a certain threshold that if from distance from a DD gets closer to you, you just start overpenning. And I feel like with Japanese AP, it's a lot closer than like say American AP, that threshold. You know what I mean? So like you can get away with firing AP from close range. And honestly, it starts fires decently. I don't think it's that bad at starting fires. Torps are really good. They have a good range. Say you get all the DDs down. I could see people making it work. I could see it happening.
Oh, I could definitely see it. The only thing that I will disagree with you on is the angles. Is that this is a consistent kiting ship where there are better ships.
Well, no,
better DDs that do the exact same thing and don't have to kite. That's my problem. Is the Ibuki fits a position that I argue a DD would fit better. That's the only problem with this.
Yeah, because I didn't mind the power.
Not wrong, but it also has a Citadel.
That is correct as well.
All right, so if you had to pick anything from here, high to low, and like that, what would be your highest? What would be your lowest? What would be in between?
So my highs, I wouldn't get Constat. Honestly, it doesn't have any utility. If you want, like, utility's gonna win you games. I would get Plymouth, Tulsa for my highs. I mean, you could do Dimitri, but I'd prefer to have a smoke to kind of throw off the aim. I know that people can aim better in smoke, but still.
It throws it off. It throws it off, especially at this size. Like the Neptune's huge, but also it has a smoke that can hide things. It can move and maneuver around, but it's not. It's still big. Still big.
For low picks, honestly, I would do Seattle.
Yeah, I'm like
Seattle would be my low pick, and Seattle and Ibuki.
Yeah, I think Seattle's the lowest I would go, just because it offers so much to the table. It can sit around your battleships and just be there as a don't come within me within 7 kilometers, else you're about to get royally just messed up. It just sits there. It literally can just be that perfect support cruiser of just protect the turtle, and it will be really good at protecting the turtle. That's it. That's all you need, though.
Yeah.
So I think going through all this,
I'm trying to look to see if there's any. No, I'm trying to look to see if there's any other. Oh wait, are we gonna do that again? We're gonna create our own little team.
Why not?
Because we're on a time crunch. Remember? I don't want to get yelled at.
Yeah, Star is gonna yell at us. I know. But we got time.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I'll let you. I have mine all set up.
You already made one?
Oh yeah. Do you want mine? Or do you want to have yours first?
No. We're gonna surprise each other.
Let us know. I'm gonna give Pigbay time to speak. Don't forget to like and subscribe on both of our channels. Join up for both of us. We will be splitting up Friday for the Rulers of the Wave 12, if I can speak, and get all of it there. Basically, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be a blast this entire weekend. And of course, if you want to see the teams, I will have actually already put out 2 shorts of the NA and the EU team lineup. So definitely go check that out. I'll put that up in the links down below. But definitely join up. We're just gonna have a blast. We're gonna be going over team strategy, just getting to know the high level skill of this game, which is actually phenomenal to learn, especially within randoms. And yeah, I don't know. I think other than that, join up. Give this lovely guy some love over on his channel for support and all that. He recently hit 500 subs. Let's see if we can get to 1,000 pretty quick over there. Just gonna throw that there. And if you want to help support my channel, of course, the Linktree link down below is one link to them all to any position part, however you want to watch. I'm on 4 streaming channels and of course Discord and Patreon and so much more if you want to help support that out. Hopefully I bought PigBay enough time there.
Nope, definitely not. Definitely not enough time. How dare you?
Oh man, but yeah, I just gotta keep on burning time here. Yeah, but definitely it's gonna be a blast this weekend. It's gonna be so much fun. I will say Saturday, I'm just gonna say this right now. I might come in a game late. I have a wedding, and we're gonna see how fast I can get home. That's all I'm gonna say. So, but outside of that, it should be a blast. It should be fun. If you want to learn how to really play at the high level of play, this really does help. But of course, understand randoms and rulers of waves are not entirely the same, but there are significant differences that, of course, if you do play randoms, certain chips will help you play
I
better
just
and learn from.
I just cleared my calculator.
You
I
got
could
it?
already set it all up. No, I don't. Uh,
Okay, fine. I'm doing mine. While
okay.
while PigBay calculates his out. So actually, screw cruisers. I hate to say it. I hate to say it. There are better DDs at tier 9 than most cruisers of this tier for the points that they bring. So for me, I would start off with a Missouri. It's an amazing, accurate battleship along with radar and precise aim on top of it. It's a tier 10, in my opinion, at tier 9. Absolutely crushes just about everything. And it's perfect for a turtle strat where you are looking for that accuracy, but of course looking for that maneuverability and also the added support that it brings out. Next up, 2 Alsaces. I'm sorry, they undervalued the Alsaces purely. 15 points for these is a steal. These are battle cruisers that bring no support, but bring a load of firepower, if I could say that right. They have 12 guns. Now, of course, guess what they also can do? They have 8 guns in front and basically be baby Richelieus. Their HE is also pretty good as well, so don't forget about that. Now, the rest of these picks, I would absolutely go for Jutland. I bring one of them because, of course, it's a great single launch torpedo and or air of denial torpedo ship. Great maneuverability, great sonar, and of course the AP HE combo of that line. If you have a good player, not me, but if you have a good player, these things are dangerous on anything. I would have 2 Oster Yachtlands literally playing the field, running left and right, just absolutely going on them, destroying everything, causing floods and fires on both sides of the field any way they want. And of course, just sending off their long range torpedoes to make the enemy turtles move, because this is going to be very snipey. This is, in my opinion, this is going to be very boring games at times. There's going to be key critical moments that absolutely kill it. And lastly, an Udaloy. I would keep the Udaloy back as a smoke and an absolute just flood an area of torpedoes if any DD gets close back to my battleships, because you're able to protect them, and also you've got the good guns and a shit ton of torpedoes. So if you do, hey, you know what, send out your Udaloy, they can go cram and go crazy. That's my opinion, and I literally use 100 points, maxed it out.
Okay.
So,
I also hit 100.
ooh, nice. What do you got?
Kiev.
That makes sense.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yep. 8.
Oster.
Okay. 1 Oster.
2 Seattles.
2 Seattle's okay.
Lepanto, Missouri, and Black Azuma. That is what I would do.
Okay. Okay. I can see that. That's a lot of coverage against DDs. Now, of course, if that is against a domination team, I feel like my DDs would beat that. But of course, they'd have to really play well against those Seattles, because of
Yeah.
course, if you have good Seattles, that'd be a problem.
Well,
But the
the
Alsaces
DD
though, the
killer,
burst damage would just
the DD killer would be the Lepanto.
ooh. Okay.
So
I see that.
Lepanto, let's see, whatever DD would smoke up, you
Yep.
have plenty of radar throughout the team. You have two Seattles,
Yep.
an Oster, and a Missouri that could all radar.
Oh yeah, that's
Lepanto
dangerous.
smacks them,
I can see that.
one DD down.
I
That
could
would
definitely see
be.
that team.
Let's see. I wonder if anyone's gonna run it.
Yeah,
Anyone's
we'll
like,
we'll
hey,
have
let's
to
try
see.
it.
We'll have to see. Just to once again, we're gonna see what everyone runs on the teams and get to know and to figure out, including if I'm gonna ever be
Mm.
wrong with a Sleefen being run on Rulers of Waves.
So
But
the reason for the Kiev is just in case Lepanto can't finish the job, and they're on no health whatsoever. Hit them with AP.
oh yeah, the accurate guns for the Kiev.
But yeah,
Perfect. Oh yeah, definitely. I could
that's
see
my
that.
theme.
I could see both. I could see a DD heavy versus a very balanced. But of course, putting your points where you want to go. I like that. I like that. I just feel like the Black Azuma might have an issue with a lot of that. But of course, you get if those Seattles can't survive a heavy DD meta, that's the real problem. Is the Seattles need to really play their position well.
Yeah.
If they can, then yes, they're gonna be good. But one burst from even the Alsace, the Seattles are in pretty bad situations there.
Yeah. So
Hell, even Minnesota's as well. Like those things can slap Seattle's out of existence. So
yeah, probably my
we
favorite tier 9 battleship, Minnesota.
do
It
that.
was such a nice, easy, fun grind.
Oh yeah, super simple, super simple.
Oh, yeah. There's one
So
thing.
all right, definitely. Anything else we want to say with our positions and ideas?
No, I'm
No.
pretty much good.
Pretty much good. All right. Well, let us, of course, know in the comments down below what your team would be. Let's see exactly what happens this weekend. Of course, we will see you tomorrow when this video goes live. And, of course, Saturday and Sunday as well for the Rulers of the Wave 12. We're just excited. We're going to be co-hosting once again Saturday and
Oh, yeah.
Sunday.
Okay.
Yep, Saturday and
I was gonna say,
Sunday.
what about Friday?
Friday, we are splitting up because there's a lot of games to happen. We want to make sure that all the coverage can be given to Rulers of the Wave 12 with Tier 9. Because, of course, Tier 9 is a really ugly tier in
Yeah.
randoms, but when it's by itself, there's some really interesting plays.
Yeah. So, the ones that really the only time I consistently play a tier 9 is Respawn or Ranked, which 5v5 is going on right now.
Oh, yeah. So, a lot of people are probably using those inspiration ideas.
Testing grounds, so to say.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially, but though Rank does have carriers, so you have to shuffle that around. But Friesland makes sense. That's how powerful it is. But anything else you would like to say, Big Bay?
No, that's it.
No, that's it. All right, awesome. Thank you for joining us, and it was fun having you. Fun doing this podcast with you.
Yep, always a pleasure, sir.
Always.
Oh wait, are we gonna end in ASMR style? Are we gonna do that too?
Definitely make sure to join up on any of the links down below. I will make sure that we have both myself and Pigbay's links all down below, and of course the Linktree link for any other links you want to on my channel. And yeah, Pigbay, do you have anything else you want to say?
Yeah, I'm very sorry for bumping the microphone with my hat. I apologize.
Everyone, have a good one. Oh my God.